Hello everybody and welcome to part 17 of Assaltya. This is where the action is, so let me put the camera here and pass that turn. Alright. So Angkor Wat was built, let's see here, that is banking, so somebody has banking. Good to know. Sir has grown. We don't really have a need to be hammering things out. We don't really have a need to grow either, because happiness is being stretched right now. We do have this tile being developed. Let's just do this for the time being, and maybe we revisit that if we finally have a need to start hammering things home a bit. That tile is finished, but we just finished the university, so we're going to pull like this to populate it. 6 turns until growth. We'll grow into this, I guess. This is not a city we need growing out of proportion. Each new citizen only adds 1 hammer and snowballs our growth, because we don't even have a workshop up here to break with. I do want to build market next. It is a maintenance-free building, but more importantly, the next national wonder we would build would probably be East India Company, and I think that would be really good considering how many caravans are coming out of Nineveh right now. 3. Why does it only show 4 and we have 5 total? Does that mean 1? Alright, so 4. 4 is what I meant to say. It just wasn't showing up because it was not operational. Okay, moving to the main event here. If these two swap places, we have a shot. So let's do this. Oh, you know, what am I doing? Let's take the city first. It's a matter of best practices. This isn't the Shoshone, but I think in the Shoshone, I don't know what all civs it matters in, but right now, if they were the Shoshone, taking the city first would actually make a difference. So let's do that. We'll hit with the guy that's full of energy, and we'll try to maintain the city tile with the guy who really needs to heal. And there we go. We have chivalry for free. 2 gold, yeah. Alright, so before we go any further, let's go ahead and upgrade all of our horse types. Like so. I gotta tell you, when Carl's guide said to take this policy before finishing up Liberty, I was skeptical, but it does seem to be helpful. These guys are going over to chase east of Seoul Barbarian Camp. So let's see, we upgrade him, and now we have 1 African forest elephant and no horsemen. Alright, that's the elephant that's down here. Their strength is 8. I believe a knight is 20. But we brought him down here to be a supporter. He's got medic, he's got the terrifying. However, he also only has 3 hexes, and he's in the water right now, so he's not really in a position to be helping. So what we can do is bring him down here and upgrade. We're basically infiltrating on 3 fronts here. This is indirect because we have no control over this, but we're landing here, here, you know, and then of course Tyr is doing what they can do. So maybe having somebody to scout down here, and a knight makes a good scout because they're very elusive. So we've captured the city. Land units cannot heal in water. I'll get back to him. We need to land him. He can land here right now, or we'll come around here for 2 turns. Let's do what we can over here first. Alright, let's shoot at this guy. And that way he comes here. Okay. And now with flanking, he should be able to come here, right? Wait, what? Adjacent, friendly, but that's not going to be true here. So let me move here. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So we'll have him step here because he can still shoot at this guy. Well, actually, he can shoot at either of these. I was going to say this guy too, but that's not the case. Alright, so let's clean this up. Nice. Alright, so we've killed a pikeman, clean and clear, combo, clean and clear. And now we're going to kill a knight, clean and clear. Let's get the Great General into range. This Great General is basically exhausted his usefulness for this turn. So we need to influence these hexes here. Now that we do, let's see what we got here. 37 and 37, that's 73. Should be a done deal. I think we want the pikemen occupying that spot, so let's do this and that. Nice. Oh, that's a tier where... Oh, hell yeah. That is so good. Alright, that's nice, because we kind of need this happiness right now. Alright, so tier's ours for the time being. Alright, so now he only has a shot here, and all of a sudden the equation over here is getting a lot simpler. We'll go ahead and delete this guy. He is useless to us. We never did check out his... okay, my mind went somewhere else for a second. Gardens +2 happiness. Gold each. First missionary, okay. Yeah, we can delete that. Okay. So that leaves us with our workers. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of technical difficulties I had to address real quick. Okay, so I said workers, right? Alright. This guy's gonna land here. Let's get a clearer picture. Alright. So, if we were to dangle this worker here, and it was captured by, say, a knight, we have 2 crossbows, 2 long swordsmen. We have to be careful, though, because this long swordsman's probably going to get bombarded, which is not going to be fun. I'm just going to push the workers in, because we don't know exactly where we're going to need them. I think all of these tiles in through here are probably going to be in need of constant repair. In situations like this, it just basically comes down to if they were captured, would the counterattack kill them? In the event that the knight captures here, worst case scenario, this hex will probably be free, or we could force it to be free. So worst case scenario is we couldn't kill him, but we would have him fully encircled so he couldn't retreat, which means next turn we'd be able to kill him. Alright. That appears to be everything down here. Ooh, I'm glad this guy has this visibility. So landing here is not really an option. I think the Inca can fight better in the hills. I know they move better in the hills. So we don't want to land here. We could withstand the hits, but why? Why let our... Well, I don't know. It could be like a lure of sorts. But I think let's be a little bit safer. We are past the point of being able to generate more of these. We need to preserve them as best as we can. Okay, this brings us to the boats. And I had a different thought, but last time I was saying if we had a third caravel, we could kind of treat this as 3 stripes. And I think that's an okay plan, except for we don't have 3 boats, and we're not going to get one, you know, right this second. So I'm thinking, imagine this is more split up to like 5 bands. If we have them do the one above and below the middle one would be good. So what I want to do is I want to take this guy and just start heading him out east. Obviously that means his last move was not optimal. And then with the other one, let's come here and basically clean up all of this visibility that's nearest to us. Because if somebody is coming and wants to land here, like down here, if we find somebody in their remote, that's fine. Up here, because this juts out so much more, if we find somebody, it could be a risk to our home, so we want to find that out. So I'm thinking, let's see, this is a nice little stripe, so 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The horizontal just below the cattle, like so. Or, yeah, cattle, right, okay. Okay, so these guys finally get to look at this camp. He is healing up. Have him finish that. He's heading over to our southern cities. Great General Great General lands over here next turn. So down here is the way to go. This is actually a safe hex. And I don't necessarily want to move him forward. So let's just leave him chill. Like so. Alright, and let's see what Inca get into here. They did not try to steal any of our workers. And Tyr finishes off a knight. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh, second cover. That's real good. We have a death squad dealing with this camp, a death squad dealing with this camp. So, I think this guy's job would basically just be to head down south in case camps start spawning down there. I'm surprised we haven't seen another notification. But on the other hand, a camp has to be cleared out before a new one spawns, you know, after the initial population of them. Alright, Golden Age is done. That puts our gold per turn a little bit cramped. Monaco is got a spy in it, 4 turns. Alright, so we could wait 4 turns to get that little extra culture, or we could take the gold right now. And I do think, since we just upgraded all of our horses, and we're about to upgrade all of our long swordsmen, the gold is more valuable. Unfortunately, that means our spy is not really going to do anything. But he's only 4 turns to doing something, so let's just let it ride for the moment. Biblos Dazon, and yeah, we got that. Okay, back to the main event here. Is this a hill? It is. Okay, so he can shoot at this guy with impunity right now. So let me bring this guy here. Threaten him. Kind of want to bring this guy too, just to complete the threat. My only reservation is if we're not healing our units when we can, when will we, you know? Let me go ahead and get rid of these guys, simplify the equation. Because if he's standing here, we're going to want the Great General to end up, this Great General to end up here or here to influence him. I'm still undecided as to whether to heal him up now or bring him here to further intimidate this hex. If we get shot first, that would be not the end of the world, but we'd rather he gets run or gets run over. Gets run off or gets run over is what I was trying to say. Okay, so we have 2 crossbows here. Let us land the Great General. I'm okay with just landing him willy-nilly, because worst case scenario, this hex is left open and the guy in the water occupies it. In fact, that's probably what will happen, because I'm looking at a scenario where these 2 basically tag team this guy out of existence. Which means these guys would be stepping and shooting, stepping and shooting. That would kill him, probably. I really want the crossbows to kill this guy, so that this guy doesn't have to endanger himself by crossing the river. In fact, now that I think about it, if these guys are stepping here and pillaging, puts indirect pressure on this guy. It would be nice to have a crossbow over the river as well. I guess that's what this guy is for here. So, let me just test this. Oh, we might be able to shoot him down with 1? Seriously? 38. Why is he able to do more flat? Rough. When did we choose a guy with rough? Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If he does step down and finish this guy outright, then he could cross the river this turn. Because that was my only concern. This guy would have nothing to shoot at. So let's do this. Nice. Alright. And then let's take a look at this. He rolls a 90, but doesn't have a flanking buff. If he came down here, we would then either have the flanking buff or fail, and our unit is left in a decent position. Okay, I was kind of okay with either outcome. Alright, so let's have him cross the river, get ranged over here now. He can come up here to have some chance of getting in the game, like maybe cross the river next turn. That's a good idea. He steps and pillages, which means we have a worker dangled here, repairing there, dangled here. Alright, something like that. And that leaves us with the question of whether to bring him up here. Because the worker's dangling, I'm thinking yes. He's not directly involved in the main fight, so the fact that he's not fully healed isn't the end of the world. Alright, let's go ahead and land this guy. Here, I like here better than here, even though he'd heal up weaker, less effectively, because he can cross the river in one turn, and I think, just like before with the workers, 2 over on this side of the river, 1 over here, is ideal, given the geography. Alright, and then this guy heals, and we will go ahead and send him 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 down here to act as a scout. Alright, and that means he can either land here or here. Let's check our musketmen. 3 here, 1 here, pikemen here. So 3 and 2. It's already an ideal division, so I'm unclear as to where to land him. Right now, it looks to me as if the city's either going to focus on him because he's weakest, or him because they can focus him the best. In which case, we would swap him out with this guy, and now we'd have a light deficiency over here. Alright, so maybe, but on the other hand, this guy's really damaged. And we don't know where the city tile of his 3rd city is. It's probably a little bit removed. That's a lot of spread, you know, 3, 2, 1, 0, like over here. So this is probably safe to be gobbling up. He's already standing on a tile he could pillage. In fact, now that I think about it, and moving the worker off that tile might have been a mistake. Alright. So really, it looks to me like either answer is viable. Because our presence on this side of the river is not that great. Our presence... Okay, let's do this. That is a tough decision, though. Alright, so Great General needs to at least come down to here to influence... Yeah, him as well. So yeah, that's the play right there. This Great General is doing everything else. Okay, so we have full coverage as far as that goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just basically going to ride that edge. This guy, let's see, 1, 2. We're basically looking for anything that gets revealed that indicates shallow water or tile yield. Alright, we got a bunch of newly knighted. Let's see, we'll bring him up to there. Oh yeah, we have a camp to address, huh? Let's see, boom. Might as well fortify. Next turn we probably finish it off. He comes over here, continues with those. And he's not even using the trading post now that the golden age is over. Makes sense. So I don't fault it for that. Alright, alert. Gonna lead with the ranged, just because, you know, as we saw over here, leading with shots. 1, 2. In fact, now he can go boom, boom, boom. Act on that in the same amount of time, give or take. Okay, moving along. Okay, he went for the bait. And he did not move his comp bow. Oh, Tyr didn't even try. Tyr didn't even try. I do not like that. Okay. This is not a bad result. In fact, the more I think about it, the fact that they're focusing on the pikemen might actually be a really good thing. He can easily escape all. And the fact that he can reach this doesn't really matter. In his weakened state, I mean, we can check here, 33, yeah, 44. The long swordsmen are better poised to do some damage here. Speaking to that end, 44, 34, that's 78. He looks like he's got more than that. Not exactly, but that would require good rolls. Although, if we hit him here, that would be a weakening. That means finishing him off with the pikemen might be a good thing. No. Okay. I was imagining a scenario where we shoot here, push in with this guy to here, clear up this hex, step this guy here, bam, bam. But now we open ourselves to counterattack. Although it occurs to me if we leave the pikeman here, like attack with him first, he'll be weakened, but a single swordsman counterattack might be good enough. He'll be out of bombard range. That leaves this guy somewhat exposed, however. Because before that I was imagining he pillages and finishes off himself. And that leaves us in a better situation. Okay. I think that's the play. It would be really nice if we could finish this guy off with 2 crossbows and 1 long swordsman hit. Indeed. Okay. I think I have an idea of what to do here. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some visibility. It's clean. I like that. Alrighty. So the problem over here is we can smoke these guys pretty well, but we leave ourselves vulnerable. He's got some multiple swordsmen here. Our guys are getting weak. Like if we pillage here and push in here, we're open to 2 bombards and 2 swordsmen. I do think no matter what happens, we're doing this. So I'm just going to do that now. Because he'll help with all that's going on over here. Okay. So we could have this guy step and shoot to offer some flanking support. I don't know how necessary that is. In fact, let's just peek this out. 27, 27. That's not good. 36. So, well, it looks like it's going to require all 4 of these hitting him. At which point the flanking bonus actually becomes somewhat relevant. Well, no, because we don't want to kill with this guy. We want him to be able to stay here. So... Because it doesn't matter if he steps and shoots, he can still jump to all the same tiles because they're all hills and they all kill his mobility regardless. So let's shoot. Shoot. Attack. Finish off. And that's exactly how I was hoping that would play out. That's great. So now he finishes the repair, and next turn we'll have the ability to pillage and move on. He can step and pillage. We have a worker here. He comes in his wake. Something like that. Okay. He can move up to here. He heals. He heals. And now for a great general, let's move him up to here. That opens him up to bombard, but I don't think the AI ever does that. We could move him down here. That's out of bombard. Still influences everybody over here. That's probably the play. Alright. Better safe than sorry. Now this over here still bewilders me. As things stand right now, this guy can't escape. But it looks like he might be trying to push in. We can't worry about tier. Even if they were to conquer tier, we just capture it back and liberate it and get more rep with them. So... crossbow hits here. We weaken with this because he himself is weak. And now we push forward with our strong guy, which means anything else that happens down here, we have some bit of an answer between this guy and this guy. We have some bit of an answer over here. And who knows, the fact that this guy is weak, maybe he feels the need to come in and tangle with him. Alright, I don't want to let this guy go. Let's see, if we pillage here and we push in, stand to lose 8 hit points. We're left at 69. And then we open ourselves up to quadruple hit. And if we did sustain a quadruple hit, we only have 2 crossbows that can punish a couple of good long swordsmen. Oh no, we can land this guy here. After this guy heals this turn, we want him to be able to push in here, right? He can jump to here. He can... Whoops, I may have made a mistake at some point. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So maybe he heals up to full, he comes here, they jump together. Okay, something like that. I think I got the plan as far as the siege towers. This was a fine. So yeah, it's just a question of do we push in and take this tile? Because here's where I'm at. If we lose a unit over here and then win the war, that's not such a bad thing. And I'm not a big fan of the pikemen anyway. They just upgrade to lancers, which are not terrible, but, you know, kind of terrible. I do think landing this crossbow over here is the right answer regardless. Just given on the resistance he's offering, he seems to be more present in the east, which is nice because Tyr's there to help us. On the other hand, we're trying to push through with here, which means we need support, but we also need the hexes. So, we also have to look at how weak this guy is, 66, 69. So it's the same situation we were in before. Maybe they favor this because it's weaker, maybe they would favor this pikeman because he is more exploitable. Kind of wish there was a way we could step here without taking damage. Wow, I can't call it. I definitely think over here is the way to go for that guy. So let's just get that much out of the way. Great General's fine where he's at. That Great General's there. Okay, so it's just a question of to push in or not. Alright. My thoughts are, complete kills are nice, but also spreading the damage is nice. There's nowhere to spread the damage this turn. If we lose this guy, it's not the end of the world, and it would invite him bringing more units forward, in which case we start pushing forward on this front and better encircle his city. Don't know that that's the right answer. I'm not so sure that either way it was that big of a deal. I do strive for perfection, and as you see, times like that I kind of get paralyzed by my own indecision. So, anyways, there's more culture for us as we're nearing the rationalism opener, so that's good. What else is going on? That is a Palanque trading post, so they like our trading post. Okay, moving along to the camp. Still surprised no more have popped up. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So next turn, go like a knight almost. In chess, I mean, not in this game. Alright. Worker. This is flatland. Dangle? We have plenty of workers over here, and if we're dangling... No, because they can capture and still attack. So I guess we'll just back them up, start repairing. Yeah. It's not that important regardless. Alright, just going to chop this down. He's heading down south. Hey, look at that, they team up. Another caravan ends. Heading on down. And there we go. Alright. One more turn. lost the pike. Okay. Well, we knew it was possible. Okay, let's just do this. Soul. Oh, I missed it. Missed a min-max opportunity. That's okay. We're focused on more important things anyways. Camp spawns. Let me, that's northeast of a sewer, which obviously is high priority. We just had a death squad finish up down here. Crossbow comes out in 3 turns. Alright, so that's the play there. So what we can do is have this guy start heading back north. Now, how is that possible? We didn't... Yeah, we can have that guy start heading back north. So that he'll actually lead, or take over for this guy, either way. Alright, so I've documented that and erased the southwest of Tikal. The Inca have added a Reformation belief. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay. 1, 2, and given of what we're seeing over here, I think this is the play here. This is 1, 2, 3, so even if we reveal a city tower, we can back up. And now we're threatening support from behind. He's definitely coming over here. He could step and pillage. Or step and attack. He could pillage, swap places with him, he could attack. I think that's necessary. He could influence over here though, and I think that's more important. So... step, pillage. Okay, so one of these crossbows could step and influence this guy. So let us step here. Which of these hurts here? Oh, he's rough. Perfect. Oh, but that's probably not enough, huh? Let's see, 34 and 69. No. We would need 2 shots. And guess what? This guy can only influence them as far as hexes go, or as far as units go. So let's do that. That. And that. That makes him the magnet on subsequent turns, which means we need to protect him fairly well. And I wanted to do it by way of doing this, this, this. Now he's protected from melee. He can get double shot, but that's okay. We just go and lick our wounds. Okay. So, Great General here would cover everybody. Here, I'm not worried. Yeah, this is the play here, because otherwise we have to use a whole turn just to get back up here anyways. If this guy gets killed, it's going to be by range, so it's not like we lose the Great General. He starts repairing here. He can come here to push in there. He can come to across the river to threaten to push in there. And he'll heal to threaten to push in here. So... we don't need this hex this turn. So what I want to do is pillage, step back to here. Let's get a worker on there. This worker begins to repair like so. We'll do this, okay? And so he comes here. And then what we'll do is next turn, he moves here, and then they're both threatening to slam the city, and he moves here. 3 threats, plenty of units clearing stuff out in the meantime. That's the play. Which means I think it's time to burn this city down. In fact, since this is the last turn, I'm going to leave that as a cliffhanger. Or a fork in the road, rather. It's not really a cliffhanger, not all that suspenseful, but that's a decision we'll leave for the end of the episode. I think it's time. We'll get this last turn of healing, which is all we need, and then everything's over here anyways. Don't know how fast Cusco falls, but we do not want to lose this guy, but I don't think we will. He's got double cover, so I think that's absolutely guaranteed. Single cover might have been probably safe enough. So I think we're doing very well over here. Okay, that's a bit draining. I hope you guys enjoy the fact that I did decide to push on another turn, because yeah, that's kind of exhausting. All that. All right, so let's see, 1, 2, and then we come up, and now we're good till here. 2, 4. Yeah. Okay, so we can start heading northeast next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still nothing. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we'll heal him up. All of our siege towers will be max health. All but one of our units will be max health. Yeah, he can hit us, but we can. I mean, even if they focus fire, he's safe. So I'm not worried. Good deal. Let's start getting these horsies online. Can't believe we've been slacking. So we kind of have a death squad heading over here, which means this guy would want to be part of a southern death squad. He can jump over the river here and tie in there. This guy would want to heal, and unfortunately we have a human monument over here. 2, 4, 6. So let's have this guy head to the city tile of Tikal, at which point Tikal can go relieve him or something. Or maybe we just bring him into borders and heal. Maybe that's good enough, and then tie in. We don't have any camps in the south yet, so it's not like we're in a rush. Alright. Just do a little radaring there, since it is a profit. Okay, so we did lose a pikeman. I think what we got in exchange for it has been very great. We've been getting a lot of free kills, and we're poised for a very efficient approach on Cusco, at least in the context of our siege towers. Our ranged units are well spread out. Our melee is mostly in good shape. So I am very satisfied with everything that's transpired here, but I absolutely want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you for joining me. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you feel that I've earned it. And I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.